Yo, I thought I'd do a little update for you guys, so I wouldn't be in a car. And sorry, that there is from falling off a skateboard. See, even when you're older, you do stupid stuff. You fall off skateboards and it's always a bit of crack. But it was a stupid thing. But council's fault. Just this morning, ticked over to 24,000 subscribers, which is thank you to everybody new who has come. Over 24,000 subscribers is very, very cool. Thank you very much. I hope I'm going to reach 50,000 subscribers maybe by Christmas would be really good. It'd be a cool Christmas present to get that. So if you want to tell your friends, or you want to, whatever it is, share it out for people, who'd be brilliant. You can check the links below if you want to support the channel with actual money, which is very good. Of course, there's a Patreon link on there. Just check it out if you want. You can also do it by PayPal, thenextgear.com, bobflav@thenextgear.com with my email address. I answer every email. It takes a while these days, a lot of emails. I also answer as many comments and things that I can in each video. It is mental how many comments there are. But I thought I'd go through a few little bits of news that have caught my attention over the last. 5,000 motorists were surveyed in Ireland by the AA, and 70% of them said that they are more or less in favour of the state investing in charging points for electric cars. Now, I've never heard anything more Irish in all my life than to say 70% of respondents are more or less. Sure, maybe. Infrastructure's already there, people. It does not require really any more investment. It's a waste of time investing more money into what we've already got when we're not investing any time or effort into get rid of diesel and petrol cars off the road. You gotta address that first. It's gotta be done for the thing. So the poll of 4,861 motorists by the AA, I'll keep mentioning the AA, Conor Faulkner, I'll come to him in a minute, are in favour of building e-charging infrastructure, and more men are than women. That means nothing, right? That's a stupid thing to even mention, but it's mentionable. Every car company is bringing an electric version of their car to Ireland, or a hybrid version. Some have been caught short, and that's why the investment has not been pushed very, very hard. Unlike Toyota, who I currently have a Toyota Yaris hybrid sitting outside the door. They have all the hybrid systems that they've got so far. Nissan are way ahead of the posse with their electric vehicles. There is a brand new Nissan Leaf on the way. If you haven't seen the spy shots, here's a couple of them. It's amazing how these things can be on the road. And we have high definition cameras absolutely everywhere. We have like 1080p, 4K cameras in our pockets, on our phones, and yet when they see one on the road, you can't even hold the camera steady or get close enough to the bloody car to take a picture. And yet there's a Russian arm on the top of that van that's driving along beside it. So they're filming for a TV ad. That's a new Leaf, looks great. If it looks a bit like a stretched Nissan Micra, sorted, they've got that done. So you'll find other car manufacturers will get together with what's going on right now in Ireland, and all the cars go electric. I saw electric trucks on the road. I've seen electric cars on the road. I'm a huge fan of electric cars. I think everything is going to go electric. I would say 2025, maybe around there somewhere, you're going to find a gigantic proportion of electric cars on the road in Ireland. Which leads me to another massive question which is going on at the moment. Is diesel, the tax on diesel, is going to go up in the next budget? Yes, probably. We never know until the last minute, really, but you can predict that some sort of tax is going to have to go onto cars, because that's the way it is. This is the Irish budget I'm talking about, not the UK budget. I don't know what you're doing in Brexit. You're all on your own there with that one, right? There's Seamus Boland, the CEO of Irish Rural Link, put in some interesting bits into the Irish Independent about why he thinks it's absolutely stupid to put the diesel tax up. Most of it for the family car, really, Seamus, for the family car. I know you can protect the rural people. I know rural people might feel like they have to drive further, but let's be serious. In Ireland, I live in Portlaoise in the middle of the country, right? I can be anywhere in pretty much an hour and a half, anywhere in the country. Living in the country is not really an excuse to have a diesel car. It's not a good excuse. I understand farmers will have tractors and things, but they can claim back the VAT on the diesel, and that's just another stupid law we have in Ireland, that you can only claim back VAT on diesel products for your vehicles, which means all of the CEOs of every single company of Ireland, all the managing directors, everyone who works for a company who is VAT registered, instantly buy diesel cars. They don't have any choice. They can't. There's no point in buying a hybrid or a diesel or petrol or electric cars because you can't claim back any VAT on that. Electric cars are the way forward for this. Of course, it's free fuel. End of story. Free fuel at the moment, right? Anyway, he says it's penalisation of people with jobs, which I find like, come on. How is it? It's a penalisation of people with anything. If they have to travel, it's a penalisation of everything, right? Not just people with jobs, or in brackets, or people who get up early. Yeah. Anyway, so students, right? I'm going to quote something from the piece, which I find aggravating to say the least. We are seeing the demise of the Irish pub partly due to necessary strict drink driving controls. So we're supposed to just loosen up on drink driving control so that the Irish pub could continue. I get it. I grew up in a pub. The pub linked the whole of Ireland once upon a time. There was nowhere else to meet that you could meet and talk and be yourself and do your own thing. But it was the cause of alcoholism. It has been the cause of many drink driving fatalities and injuries on our road. It is still a problem in Ireland. Drink driving has still become a massive issue here in Ireland and is rising back up as it becomes a little bit more acceptable to have 1 pint. Should we just have one, right? Stupid. Don't ever drink and drive. There is absolutely no excuse for it whatsoever. You don't have to drink if you're Irish. Can I point that out? If you don't want to drink, you don't have to drink. If you're driving, for God's sake, don't even have the smallest smidgen of drink. You don't need it. I've already mentioned claiming the VAT back on diesel, which of course farmers can do with their tractors and and they get cheaper fuel. They get agricultural diesel, which is already very much cheaper than standard diesel stuff. I do agree with one thing, however, Seamus. There's no provision for alternative transport. It's absolutely true. There isn't a dime of investment that goes anywhere near anything to do with public transport outside of Dublin. I spent yesterday moving around Dublin on public transport like that. I could be anywhere I wanted to be. Buses, Lewis, all the little hop on, hop off tour things. Everything is within walking distance. Everything is geared towards Dublin in this country, or towards cities in this country. I live in Portlaoise, and you know what? It would take me a good 2.5 hours to go to Dublin here on public transport, and I would pay through the absolute nose for it. So you're absolutely right. There is no provision whatsoever for an alternative public transport system. But I'm fairly sure that if a group of people living in rural Ireland got together to talk to a taxi company, and they could do it with a full bus every day, maybe €1 or €2 each, they could go anywhere they wanted and they wouldn't have to drink drive to do it. Imagine if people actually got together and did something for themselves in this country. That would be totally amazing. If you want something changed, you've got to change it yourself. There's no point in saying, looking out the window, looking at rubbish or litter or things around the road and going, somebody will have to do something about that. Nope. You have to do something about that. If you want something done about that, you got to get up off your ass and do it for yourself. I am speaking at a convention this year called Crash Tech, which is on in October the 28th in the City West, I think the City West Hotel. I'm going to be there with Casey Neistat and a number of other people who are talking on the day, and we're going to be looking at drones, we're going to be looking at electric skateboards, we're going to be looking at all kinds of tech stuff. You can grab some tickets for that on Eventbrite. Just search out for Crash Tech. They're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, they have a website and all. Get some tickets for that, and I will meet you at the show, and you'll be in one of these videos, and we're going to go around with cameras and everything and film throughout the whole day. Please grab a ticket or two. I have no dog in that race. I don't make any money if you buy some tickets, okay? Just go for that. But it'd be great to see you on the day. I'd love to have some fans turn up. There's 24,000 of you subscribed. Look, 24,001. It's gone up by 1. Thank you, whoever that new person is. You're very good. If you have anything you want to submit to this news story, get in touch with me. bobflav@thenextgear.com is, as always, my handle. You can find me on Instagram. Make sure you look up Bob Flavin on Instagram. I'm also Bob Flavin on Twitter, if you want to find me there. Wherever it is that you find me, and however I found you today, I'm very delighted that you're here to watch this. Until the next time, I will see you on the far side.